Welcome to the Crossword Express YouTube channel. My name is John Stevens and I'm the author of the Crossword Express program. After viewing this video, I hope that you'll find the task of printing or exporting your crossword puzzles to be a simple and maybe even quite an enjoyable task. As usual, the starting point is the Control Center screen. Well, here we are at the Control Center, and since we're working with standard crosswords, all I need to do is click and go. Here I want to show you two crossword puzzles which have been prepared for this demonstration, and they can be seen here at Load a Puzzle. There's a number of puzzles to choose from. I'm interested in the Today crossword and the Yesterday crossword. They look like that for yesterday and like that for today. Today is the one that I'm really focusing on, so I can just select this puzzle and there it is, ready to go. Most of what we do is going to be involved with print, so click that and we're going to be printing crosswords, so we select that. What I see there now is a puzzle layout, and that puzzle layout controls the size and position of all of the elements of the puzzle when it's printed. I don't want to be using the puzzle layout, I want to create a new one, and that's a very easy process. We just save the layout, save this layout as, and I can type in a new name, and the new name is going to be tutorial. Okay, so now I've got two layouts, one of them called puzzle, one of them called tutorial. They're both exactly the same, but I'm going to be making a lot of changes to this one called tutorial. The changes involve the location of the items and the size of them. The puzzle, for this particular case, I want to be set at the top of the puzzle to be at 13. So I just go there and type 13. Oops. 13, enter, and you saw the puzzle here just jump up to level 13 here. I want the left setting to be just 1 and press enter, and there it is. The size of it, I want it to be 128 by 128, so once again I just highlight that, type 128, enter, and similarly here 128 and enter. So they are the first changes that I've made to the tutorial layout. Whenever you make a change, the thing to do is to save it, so not to lose the changes that we make. Well, now that I've got a layout, and I want to see what it looks like, so I can go to View and Display a Print Preview, and there is the print preview consisting of just the puzzle, and it's just the grid, and it's all empty, nothing in it. This space that I left up here, I left quite deliberately so that I can put in a puzzle name. So I need to select a new layout item, and I can do that by going here, and where is the puzzle name? I think it's right up the top. There it is, puzzle name. So now I've got a new area there. I need to size it and position it. The size, or the top and the left, I want them both to be 1. So 1, enter, 1, enter, and the width I want to be the same as the puzzle, which was 128, so 128, enter, and the height I want to be 9, so go here, type in 9, enter. So there's got an area all prepared for the puzzle name, so that's another change to the layout, so I must save that. There it is, saved. Now we can have a look and see what we've actually achieved. So we go to View, Display the Print Preview, and sure enough there is the name of the puzzle, and here is the actual grid. That's quite good so far. We're not going to get very far without putting some clues into the puzzle. So I need a new layout item for the clues. So I click here and go down, and here we see a number of areas in which we can put clues. So I'll select clues 1. Every time I select a new item, it appears up the top because the program doesn't know where it wants to be, so I can then just drag it down roughly to the area it needs to be, something like that, and I can set the values for the top left and the height and width that I've determined. The top I want to be at 143, almost there. When it's very close to the correct value, I can just use this down arrow, click that, and it just changes it to 143, so that's another option you've got. The left I want to be 1, so I can do the same again there, change it to 1, so that's got it located correctly. The width I want to be 62, I can increase that to 62, and I'll be fairly close with the height as well. I want that to be 126. That was a lucky guess when I put it there. 126, I just increase it by 3 steps. So that's got an area prepared for at least some of the clues. Let's save that, and there it is saved, and let's have a look at it. View, Display the Print Preview. Well, it's put some clues in, but it's mighty small. That is because the program, when it's printing the clues, it selects the largest font which will allow it to fit all of those clues into the given area. Well, obviously the area is not big enough, that's why it's chosen such a small font. We need some more space, so we'll go up here to select another layout item, and we'll select clues 2, and we'll drag that down roughly to the right area, and like that. Go through the process again of setting the dimensions of it. The top got to be 143. I can just do that to make it 143. The left needs to be 67. Oh, actually, sorry, over here, 67. Enter. So that's got it in and about the right position. The width, same width as the other one, which was 62. And the height, the same, is going to be 143. Enter. Oops. Sorry, the height is 126. 126. Enter. That's better. So we'll save those changes, save the layout, and let's have a look. View, Display the Print Preview. Well, at least we can read the clues this time, but they're still a little bit small. So we can still put some more area in, and like select clues 3, and we've got a bit of space over here which is available, and I'll drag that down to there somewhere. Go through the same process again of the top. I want that to be 1, and oh, that's lucky, it's already at 1. The left, it's got to be 132. I'll just increase that by 1 to 132, so that's got it sitting in the right position. The width, it's got to be 62. I'll just increase it up to 62, and that's right. And the height, I've got that as 196, so 196, enter, and once again we'll save the layout and take a look at it. View, display, print, preview. Now I think you'll agree that looks a lot better. I can read those, and when it comes out as a printed puzzle they'll look even a little bit bigger, and so that'll be quite satisfactory. This area down here now, what are we going to use that for? Okay, well I've got a plan for that, and that plan is, if I can find it, the solution. And I'll drag that roughly down into this area here, so that the solution, not of this today puzzle, but the solution for yesterday's puzzle, as you probably would guess. The top for this is 207. I'll type all of these, 207, enter. The left is 132. And it's a square, of course, being a solution, and it's 62 by 62, so we can type in 62, enter, and 62, enter, and there we've got the solution. At this stage I won't give a demonstration of what it looks like. I will also use up this space here, which of course will be the solution name. So we go to get another layout item, and there is the solution name. Select that, drag it down to roughly where it needs to be, set the correct values for it. The top is 207. Whoops, sorry. The top is 199. Easy to make mistakes. Enter. The left is 132, or just 132, and the width is 62, the same as the solution down here. The width is 62, and the height is 6, which it already is. Save that layout and let's have a look at it. View, display, print, preview, and there it is, a complete puzzle, all the clues and the solution. But there is something not quite right, isn't there? Still showing today's puzzle. How do we get yesterday's puzzle in there? Well, we go up here to tasks, and this is where we select the solution puzzle, and we know that the solution puzzle we want is yesterday, so we select that, select, and there we have it, yesterday's puzzle complete. Well, that was quite a lot of work, I suppose you would say, but don't forget, we have all, at every point we have saved the layout. So that layout is now available for use anytime you want to print a puzzle of about this size. You don't have to go through all of that again. That's a once off only. Well, now that we've got to that stage, we're going to be interested in how do we actually output it, and that also is up here in this task option. So we can select print. There'll be a bit of a delay as the oh, there it is, the actual printer interface, and we could click print and the printer would actually print something that looks exactly like that, but you wouldn't actually be able to see the printer printings. What we've got over here is something better, PDF. What do we get when we click on that? We get a few options. We can save it as a PDF file, we can save it as a PostScript file, but what I want to do is to open it in a program called Preview. A bit of a delay. Now it's that preview is actually over on the left hand side of my screen. I'll drag it across for you to see. So here we have a PDF file. It's a bit big. I can collapse it down a bit so that you can have a look at it. Now, a lot of publishers like to see their puzzles in PDF format, so that being the case, you'd have no trouble producing the PDF files for their use. Better than the print option is the export option, because that gives you quite a few options down here. We can export to the System Clipboard, and although I won't actually show you this, when I export it says, okay, this puzzle has been exported to the clipboard, it is now ready for pasting into other applications, and so you can paste into word processors or desktop publishing applications. That's something for you to try. I won't actually demonstrate that because I've got something better to demonstrate than that. Okay, going to export again. Other export modes. We can export into a bitmap file if that's what you want. You can export to a GIF file or to a JPG file. I won't demonstrate those either because you'll find them a little bit disappointing, because the resolution in such files is wanting, to say the least. Normally I would expect you to use the Png export mode, and the reason for that is because of this item here. You can actually set the resolution that you want to use. You could set 72 or 300, which is often required by publishers, but I have set 600 to show, or just to show how good a resolution you can get. So let's export, and you're given an option to determine exactly where you want this file to be exported to. It's going to be called today.png, but where will it be? Go up to here, and I want to put it into the desktop. Now you'll have to trust me here a little bit. Up here in this top corner is a part of the desktop where that puzzle will appear when I save it. So click Save. Ooh, it's a little bit off the screen. Can I drag it down? Yes, I can. And there is the replica of the today.png file. I can say OK to that. So there's the exported PNG file, but what does it look like? I'll double click on that, and that will bring up on a Mac, but you can do the same sort of thing on a Windows computer, and there is the PNG file, quite big. I'll collapse it down a bit so that you can see the full extent of it. And you might say, well, for 600 dots per inch it's not that good. Well, this is because of the resolution of the screen, but I can zoom in on this preview, and on a Mac computer that is a matter of pressing the command key and the plus key, and each time I press, see, I zoom in a bit better and a bit better and a bit further, and even as I zoom in it's still very crisp and sharp. If I go too far, you can just start to see the pixelation starting. So let's go back to a point where there's no pixelation, and let's have a look at the area which we're sort of concerned about. The solution wasn't all that clear, so let's go down to the solution, and there is the solution, very large and still very clear. So that's at 600 dots per inch. Now I have, as an experiment, exported a puzzle at what was it, 3000 dots per inch. It took quite a while to export, but the resolution was absolutely mind-blowing. So you choose the resolution that you want to use, and I'm sure the publishers will be delighted with what you can provide them. Well, that brings us, I'll get rid of that and just drag it out of the view. That brings us to the end of this video. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, perhaps you'll be interested in clicking the like button and maybe even leaving a comment about what you've seen. And if you want to see more videos as they are produced, why not click the subscribe button also, and then you'll be notified each time a new video is released. Okay, so thank you again for watching.